in the lower bracket, I should say, between PartyParrots and FABRIKEN. It is the pistol round. Have fun. Daniel.
And I'm guessing Dan's still muted, so Zipan actually going to shut down Angel over here as we get a push over onto a site. Actually, FABRIKEN getting in pretty much unopposed here other than that one kill. Shao will find Meadow elsewhere, but you can see the retake. Actually, Dink's all the way down in hell already, and Leo finally going to shut him down. Shadow will find SSK, and now just one member remains, and it's Shao. He's going to put a recon in. He's going to spot two, but not going to be able to get the pick off of that. He does still have his owl drone, but in a 1v3 situation, you got to say it's probably not a good idea, but going to find his third on the round. That's Zipan going to fall. You can see them already trying to back up into heaven. It's still doable here. One with low HP. He's going to find the first, and the second's going to peek. Really, really nicely timed counter peek there, and that will be the pistol round going over to the FABRIKEN boys.
Yeah, thankfully the hold there from heaven. Otherwise, that could have been a very juicy ace to start things off in
It
this
could have been.
lower bracket game. So this is going to be the lower bracket semis. The winner of this will go into the losers bracket final. And we'll play against Prodigy, who just lost out to G2 2-0 in the winners bracket final. We knew that this one was going to be close, judging from results from yesterday, Friday, and well, even today from the games we've seen as well. These two teams very closely contested. As Latex makes his way through middle, and they've already gained mid control here. Zipan gets the opener onto SSK. Spike is just going to be left at spawn at the moment, just while they get the lay of the land here and try and see if anyone's going to be getting aggressive anywhere. Control of Pizza now. There is someone in market though, so you do have to be a little bit careful. That person is going to be Shout. Did some damage with the Ghost. Can he continue to do the same damage going into the second round?
Nearly spotting out Latex there, but Latex has got himself tucked away with the Spectre, but you got to be arguing he's ready for this angle should Shao decide to challenge.
Well, Leo gets one. Shadow follows up with a second. Shao was able to do his job, at least finding the first, but now it's just going to be Dinks J on his own. And of course, that is Dinks J of PartyParrots as well. So ignore the overlay for now. It's FABRIKEN who currently have the lead. And that's going to be
why they call him Dinks.
It's a good start, but it's what you expect, really. After winning the opening pistol, but now it's going to be the big boy round. But how do you see this one playing out on hypoc? We didn't really get to see or hear your thoughts. We kind of got thrown straight into it.
I mean, it's got to be a consideration, right, that we're on Ascent. It has to be. And obviously I say that because we've seen PartyParrots put up some really, really impressive results on here. Obviously, G2 did stomp them earlier, but they've looked really good in the other games we've seen them over here. Actually, I mean, if we were to talk about FABRIKEN as well, yeah, they don't have a bad win rate at all on this. We're going to see a full push out onto A here. Showstopper Pop just going to clear out Hell, but not going to find anything just yet. Hunter Fury Pop from elsewhere. Angel and Dinks will find one, but Shadow and Zipan will return. Aftershock goes up towards Heaven, but we've already got Artist all the way over tucked in the cubby. And that's not what you want to see when you get a really, really nice angle like that. Absolute whiff coming out of Artist. He does finally land a headshot. And now the counter peek from SSK. He's going to find Zipan. One player down in Hell, one on Generator. And there you go. The trade's going to come out, but finally, Shao will shut down Shadow in Hell.
And finally, one on the board for the PartyParrots.
That was messy. That was not very well executed, I gotta say, Dan.
I mean, things do get a bit messy in the third round, though, right? Because you haven't got the full buy necessarily. You've got a couple of SMGs. People maybe want to push and get a little bit more aggressive, want to be putting themselves in better post-plant positions to try and get the close angles. That one didn't quite work out for FABRIKEN. They can reassess now. They've got some rifles to work with. Latex straight out onto the site. and we will get that overlay adjusted for you, is FABRIKEN, who are currently 2-1 up at the moment. Angel on the defending side, just scouting out his smoke, seeing if anyone is going to be pushing him, but all right for now. And Ascent often does play this way, where mid gets controlled by the attacking team, and then it's just the, well, where do we go from here moment.
Yeah, and things going to slow down a little bit. We're going to have the second recon bolt of the round, but that we're going to get popped immediately. So going to give the information over that a couple of people are around underneath the arch in courtyard. But Spike going to go all the way back to the attacker's spawn here. And actually, a couple of players, this is a dirty camera up at the top of tree here, going to get this information nice and early. Two people there, Flashpoint comes out, peek onto the operator, but Zipan actually going to find that one. Dinks can only reply with one, so it's a 2-for-1 trade inside tree. And here you go, the push going to come out. Angel's actually spotted over there, and actually going to have close contact, but actually Artist is there to help him clean up. The door will close, 13 seconds left on the clock now. Spike needs to go down on a site. Shadows will find Angel and Artist, and there you go. Another messy round, Dan. And I've got to say, I would have thought Parrots with that setup there around tree, they should have got both of those kills.
Should have, would have, could have. They did not. FABRIKEN look pretty good going forward here. Angel, after receiving the player of the day yesterday, wasn't able to have as much of an impact on that occasion. He's going to opt to buy up a rifle and light armor, though, so maybe he's going to do something a little bit special here in this 5th round. FABRIKEN look like they really want this one. I mean, Moses said it best yesterday when we saw teams just competing not to lose. Really need to someone just kind of take the game within their grasp and try and win it. Angel does get the opener onto Latex. Could look for a second here, but Meadow at least gets the trade. Otherwise, it could have been quite detrimental to the round. Does mean Artist will get the rifle to work with. If he hadn't been able to recover that, then that probably was going to be the round over for PartyParrots, if I'm completely honest. Slowly but surely working their way up. A short and A long. It is going to be an A execute, it would seem, from FABRIKEN. Rolling Thunder comes through. That was done. SSK doesn't tag with the Frenzy, though. Of course, the reduced fire rate when you are stunned. Zipan turns on Shao, who can't connect with his bullets on the Sheriff either. And it's just a formality, surely. Artist can't do anything as Meadow again gets the trade onto the Vandal. As FABRIKEN take a 4-1 lead here. And start to get a little bit closer towards a dominant first half. We need to see PartyParrots respond now with their buy. Otherwise, it's going to be a consistent, we buy, we lose, we buy, we lose. And they're going to find themselves maybe 6, 7, 8 rounds down after this half if they're not careful.
I mean, we're in round 6 now, and we've got 3 players on 2 kills, SSK on 1. I'm not really seeing much life out of the Parrots right now, Dan, to be honest with you. And that's definitely a concern, because we know FABRIKEN have got a great track record on this, but like I said, we've seen the Parrots put on a bit of a show. Shadow going for a wall bang, and he's actually not too far away from the target with that one. Shock Dart going to come through. Shadow already down to 54 HP, so he's got to be careful of them, actually. Really losing his life for it.
Sends him straight back from once where he came.
Oh, no!
And he almost walled himself away from the showstopper, but it's not quite going to work out. Zipan gets the 1 frag, and Shadow finds Angel as well. FABRIKEN have worked their way onto the B site. Shao maybe can do something here from the defender side of Spawn, as SSK will help him. And Spike hasn't gone down. As I say that, it just gets planted on default. 3 versus 3, but 2 members of FABRIKEN very weak. Just the 1 member of PartyParrots low. And that is going to be Shadow, but at least he's got the op to work with. Shao desperately just trying to scout something out here. It was the 1 player flanking that was the real worry. Latex will be taken down as well as SSK falls. And now with Shadow taking down Shao, he pushes onto the site. Thinks Jay gets 1 onto Meadow. Now it's all down to Shadow in a 1v1. They're both so low as well. He tapped the bomb, so he forced him out. But has he got enough time? Yep, surely. No?
I think it's going to go off. Yeah, that's not a defuse.
Oh, so close from Dinks J. As FABRIKEN get a 5th on the board. I mean, that was what, half a second away from being able to get the defuse there. And Shadow Lols, I mean, 13 frags, has been a real impact player so far for FABRIKEN.
A slow start for them. I'm not going to lie. Again, you've got to argue that this one probably more of a defensive-sided map, as most of Valorant, you could argue, is. Dinks is going to spot the information on the spy cam there that one player's out. He did actually get the tag as well, so you're going to have the opportunity to get a little bit aggressive in A main should he choose to, but he's going to back up to site instead. 3 members of FABRIKEN forcing their way out into the courtyard, taking some mid-control. Now, this is the bit I love about Ascent mid. That wall is just so easy to penetrate. It makes up for some really nice kills there, especially with, you know, the Sova arrows and whatnot, the information getting fed through.
I think there's a lot we haven't uncovered of how to play this map yet. I mean, of course, the newer map of the fort. Still players finding different ways to combine agents so that you can get that combination of like a Sova arrow or a brim smoke. And I'm sure there'll be many more with new agents on the horizon and also probably new maps to come out as well. PartyParrots holding a very defensive line here with shotguns and SMGs.
Oh no, Shadow. Oh, the flashpoint's going to come out, and actually, that's the perfect way to deal with a bucket. There's a 2-for-1 trade down. FABRIKEN coming out on top of that one. Paranoia popped through. There is a player behind Generator. He's going to lose his life as well. But they're going to have control of A site.
Hunter's Fury comes out, does tag once. He waits for the plant, tries to deny it, but it's not going to work out. Spike is going to go down. Res onto Angel from Artist, just to give PartyParrots a better opportunity of trying to retake this one. It's a 3 versus 3. They've been able to find a couple of rifles. Artist gets the spray down onto Latex through the wall. And Artist could wall off the attacker's side here, but Meadow at least has done the job to find one. Artist gets really aggressive, though, as he had to.
I like that. I was going to say, he's played perfectly off the reload there, Dan. As soon as the wall was about to break, he finishes it off and just W keys.
A far better retake from the PartyParrots. Good recognition as well of when to use the Resurrect from Artist. So many times where you can res and it can be punished for it, but they needed that round, did PartyParrots. Otherwise, this game might have just trickled away from them slowly but surely. I think FABRIKEN will be a little bit disappointed with that, if I'm completely honest. Gave up a couple of rifles, allowed PartyParrots back into the round when it could have been a comfortable 6-1 lead. Cover out, Paranoia and Rolling Thunder, all of the abilities sent towards this site, but the counter Rolling Thunder is there, as well as the Hunter's Fury. Latex will take down SSK, and Zipan finds Artist. So now this A site has been claimed. It's going to be a 3 versus 5 retake this time, so surely PartyParrots have no right, as Shout does have the Odin to work with. You talk about those walls being bangable.
That's the weapon you want to be doing it with.
Well, PartyParrots want none of this. They say, okay, we'll just save what we can at this point and sacrifice 6-2. I mean, even with the counter-rolling Thunder there, unfortunately for the PartyParrots, there was just too much of a force from FABRIKEN. The executes have been clean. Okay, a couple of questionable post plans, but they certainly know how they want to break onto a site here on Ascent, don't they?
They do, and I mean, do I dare say it? Where was this FABRIKEN earlier? They look a lot more coordinated. And you can see them really taking control of sites. They're lining up. They execute off the Rolling Thunder there. It's just a really, really clean take. And I don't know what's happened in the games that have gone off stream, but I mean, it looks as if they've taken themselves outside and had a bit of a word with themselves because they're showing new life here.
Well, they had a disappointing result against Prodigy earlier, did FABRIKEN, and maybe they want another stab at them in the lower bracket. Prodigy do await whoever wins this series in the losers bracket final. Aldrome will come out. Let's spot the one player to the right. No, this is one of the naughtiest positions here for Meadow. Now it's the real question as to whether he wants to get aggressive on that and see if he can take advantage of maybe an early rotate after the lack of information from the Aldrone. 3 members are going to group up of FABRIKEN on this B site now, so potentially we're going to see a little bit of utility thrown towards A as the rest of the team go B, and that's exactly what is happening. Flashes are coming out, dark cover there as well. They teleport, though, onto the B site to join the rest of the guys at B, and they're going to be able to waltz on. No one there whatsoever. This is going to be a plan, and yet again another chance for a post-line positioning, but Shao gets the spray down with the Odin. He says, walls? What walls? Meadow can't do anything about
I like that
SSK.
clearance. Really nice clearance of that corner.
And here comes the cavalry, marching onto site together. Artist will at least get 1, make that 2, the second onto Latex. And that is going to be enough to get the defuse and take down FABRIKEN. So even though they got onto the site, they had somewhat decent post plans. B site can be very difficult to hold at times.
Yeah, I mean,
attacks.
we talked about this yesterday. As soon as all the players commit to playing on site, it kind of gives the freedom. And like you saw there, just some smart utility usage. Going to be able to clear that out pretty easily. This is outside B lobby. Thank you very much, observers. Next test.
That's just outside spawn, isn't it?
It's just outside B lobby.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Also,
Keeping us on our toes.
Very similar to the training map as well. A site maybe going to be favoured for FABRIKEN now. They had a lack of success over at B.
Oh, this is a heavy stack into A main, though. I think they've had a bit of an audio cue there. Actually going to split them up with the orbital strike, but no real position to capitalize off that. So I got to question that, Angel. That was a bit overzealous.
I mean, if he catches one, we say it's great, right? But not on this occasion. FABRIKEN boys are wise to it. Very slow game on Ascent at the moment between these two sides. It kind of has an explosive nature at times as Showstopper comes through. Zipan's going to be onto site. Does he connect with the one in Hell? Yes, he does, but it costs him his life. Dinks gets one through the wall. Spike's going to go down from Latex. And now it's about post-plant positions again in a 3 versus 4. PartyParrots, their retakes have been pretty good. They just wait to group up. But Meadow has a big old flank here. I don't think they know he's coming from that direction. If he had gone a second earlier, he might have found something. Shao gets one onto Shadow. Latex is doing some real damage here with a cheeky little one-way.
Yeah, just spray the walls down.
Just as he looks away, though. Shao will take him down. 6-4, PartyParrots. They look really good on retakes. Starting to look more comfortable on Ascent now.
Odin go burr.
Yes, Odin indeed go burr. Now, the scoreboard, I guess, leveling out a little bit, but Shao still the standout player on the former PartyParrots. And again, Shadow having a really, really good game on the flip side of that, to be honest with you. But everybody from FABRIKEN stepping up.
Four rounds for PartyParrots. I'm sure they'd like to turn that into at least 5. Defending on Ascent. Could argue this is one of PartyParrots' better maps, though, from what we saw in off-game streams and what we can see statistically for them anyway.
Oh,
SSK,
that's
unfortunately,
disgusting paranoia.
not going to be able to see anything. Shadow gets the opener with the frenzy. But Angel and Dinks are there to mop up any of the pieces that
That's
are able to
Spike.
push through. It is Spike. It was a weak buy. FABRIKEN just wanted to do something quick and downright dangerous. And even though they got the first, it wasn't enough to actually get them onto the site or do some real damage. 2 versus 3. It's going to be about whether FABRIKEN were actually able to get any weapons. And, well, Latex was able to get an SMG. Makes it a 2 versus 2. He's so low, which means Dinks only has to get the one shot onto him, which he does convert. And now Meadow, well, he's picked up a Phantom, and he's going to go up against the Odin, and Phantom wins. This is still winnable. But as I say that, he looks away, and Dinks in the right place at the right time as PartyParrots put a 5th onto the board.
I mean, I've got to say it. There's no reason for the Spike to be pushing through glass there. They had a perfect entry into tree. The paranoia was absolutely spot on. Latex completely unopposed coming through a lobby. I got to say it, Dan, that the Spike does not need to go down there.
I have to agree. Maybe it's just one of those cases of a player not realizing they had the spike. Shouldn't really happen at this level, though. Shao again, just being the thorn in the side, gets the spray down. Artist converts as well onto Zipan. With the way this is going, it looks like probably 6-6 as we see the corpse there of Zipan after the Odin massacre. Latex will try and get information with its TP. But look at everyone from FABRIKEN. Like, they're just all in different places. There's no real plan here now. They're just hoping to catch someone off guard, hoping that one of these players is going to go clutch and pick up a big frag or a double kill. Can't really see it happening, though. It's going to be Shadow trying to make the most of something. Did have the flash to at least get a tag, but he's going to be shot in the backside, or at least he should have been shot in the backside. Dinks misses. But SSK there to clean up what he wasn't able to achieve. As here comes Artis and Shao to end this half 6-6. Now, what did you make from that half, hypoc? What's your initial thoughts?
I mean, really slow start from the Parrots. You got to say that much. An impressive showing from FABRIKEN, but you just caught them out in the last round there. Every round where they went to execute and they were together and they played off each other, that paranoia play through, the rolling thunder through A main, they look really, really good. I got to ask, why is that not the plan every single buy round? Why? There has to be a reason. This playing for picks doesn't work for them. The rounds go by too slowly. They don't have enough time to make anything out of the last 20 seconds. I don't understand it.
It's a lack of direction, it would seem. Maybe they just lost their confidence after losing multiple rounds in a row. 3 ghosts and 2 classics on both sides for the pistol round here. And now it's FABRIKEN's turn to defend, and Latex is going to be the defender on short, and he's just backing off, using his utility to try and slow down the opposition. PartyParrots firmly trying to stomp onto sight. Shao gets the first onto Leo. Zipan tries to find one of his own, but the rest of the squad from PartyParrots say, well, with that, we're actually going to back off and reassess as to where we should be pushing. Eyes still firmly set onto short. The door has been closed.
The timing tool.
Latex through the glass, unfortunately gets tagged through the door, and he just continues to be pummeled by the floor as well, it would seem. SSK taking down Zipan, and now FABRIKEN are down to just 2, and this is going to be PartyParrots planting. Shadow at least does a little bit of damage to Angel. Now him and Meadow, what can they do in a 2 versus 4? Well, SSK, I mean, he's made this almost impossible for Meadow now, trying to do something from heaven.
Yep, there you go. Just a standard double peek. Meadow will fall. Pistol round over to the Parrots. That was a really nice setup, actually. And again, I guess they weren't expecting the second player to have pushed down A main to find the ultimate orb, but they dealt with it really well nonetheless. They peeled all the way back out through Cubby. outside a tree and back down to catwalk, and then kind of just reset and then push through with 4 and picking up the kill onto Latex in the window. Okay, it was kind of all downhill from there for FABRIKEN.
Zipan now with the shorty is just going to be playing close contact. But PartyParrots, of course, knowing that this is going to be an iffy round for FABRIKEN and they might try and do something a little bit different. So they are just waiting and being a bit more careful. They left the spike behind on spawn, but that'll be retrieved now. Shadow is going to have the chance to at least get 1 here. Very rarely do you see 2 with the shorty, but Angel, I mean, before Shadow even has a chance to react, he was found 2. Maybe that was why he was the player of the day yesterday. Oh, Zipan, however, will do the damage to Shao, but SSK with the Phantom comes in and swoops, picks up that kill. Spike going to go down on A, and this round should be comfortably going to PartyParrots. But as I say that, Latex has taken down Artist. And now that Angel has a Vandal, surely this is just unwinnable for FABRIKEN.
It should be, yeah. Door's going to close. Angel all the way back through a lobby. You see now, obviously Latex has managed to get himself a weapon, so you got to think, unless they get a kill in the next 5 seconds or so, it's not really going to be worth the... There you go, Latex finds Dinks. Could still be on the card. Dark cover going down to cover main entrance. SSK on site still with his Phantom 34 HP. 1-for-1 trade, Angel and Latex. And there you go, Latex will find a second, but no time at all. Maybe going to try and get out with his Vandal, but there's definitely not enough time for him. Another 5 seconds. Effort. I was going to say another 5 seconds or so, Dan, and that was definitely doable for them.
Surprising, really, when you consider the fact that PartyParrots did have a couple of rifles to work with. Thankfully, they're all still able to buy up regardless.
Well, here's the thing, though. 3 light armors on the side of the Parrots. And I don't know if Angel's saving for an operator in the next round, but he's got 2,300 in the bank, and he's still operating on the light armor, so that could be a big factor in this round, Dan.
Well, if you hit your headshots, then you don't need to worry about the armor, maybe. That's what they're thinking. Latex, who has done so well throughout this tournament in solo holding sites, is going to be here on his lonesome at B. Or at least he was. It looks like he might be joined by his teammate in a second.
Ooh.
PartyParrots more than happy to take this one a little bit slower. We're not seeing the same sort of explosive style that we saw G2 and Prodigy perform earlier. Now we'll see the execute potentially coming out here, but 2 of them run straight into Latex. He gets the spray down onto Angel and Artist. Doesn't get the 3rd, or at least he does get the 3rd, sorry. SSK stops the 4th. It's just going to be SSK in a 1 versus 4. He gets the spike down, but he doesn't have much health to work with, and as long as FABRIKEN can communicate as to when they're pushing here, should be the round for them. Even with Rolling Thunder, I can't see him using it at this point. No. Can't get the spray. No. And FABRIKEN put their first on the board on this half.
Yeah, and that, again, like we said, because of the damage done in the previous full eco by FABRIKEN, now is going to put a bit of pressure on the economy of the Parrots. Like we said before, a couple of light armors invested. And maybe that was forward thinking there, Dan. But they're definitely not going to be in a good situation here, considering all 5 died following the pistol round. And as you can see here, absolutely not an awful lot to work with here. And actually, on the flip side of that, FABRIKEN only lost 1, so going to have 3 players staying above 2,500. So this is a big round now for FABRIKEN. They might be able to get a couple of rounds rolling off the back of this.
Yeah, they keep their economy nice and healthy. No one from FABRIKEN, though, trying to dominate this mid-control. Again, just giving it up to the PartyParrots. As we've seen so much in this tournament, mid just being given to the attacking team. Certainly from the teams that are more passive anyway. I guess we have seen a little bit of aggression from other teams who have wanted to try and dominate mid, but hasn't always worked out. Angel trying to scout out to see if he can see Cypher's camera. Little does he know. Meadow just waiting in the smoke, waiting in the wings, finds 2, makes that 3. And Meadow was on a tear. I mean, Dinks J and SSK have been able to salvage something at the very least. But I think the damage was already done there. Just the one player remaining.
Fantastic setup there. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Meadow and Shadow. Again, as soon as the trap gets popped, they know that there's a couple of people stacked up, ready to capitalize off the trap being removed. The flashpoint comes out, and they're all caught with their pants down inside tree. Really, really good stuff. And we actually saw the opposite of that in the previous half down with the spy cam being set up above tree. As soon as somebody walks in, flashpoint goes out, and they should have a free peek. Really, really good stuff from FABRIKEN there.
Of course, it was against an eco. Would they found the same success if there was rifles on the other end? Well, I guess we can potentially find out now. The door being closed nice and early here on A site. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Like, do you like the door being closed early? Just provides you with that extra little bit of cover, doesn't it?
It does indeed, yeah. It's a 50-50. Usually the door more important post plant, so the defender's closing it. It's kind of at your discretion, to be honest. Cuts off an entry, they've got to shoot it, or they've got to go through glass, right? So you're definitely tunneling the enemy team into where you probably want them.
I guess one advantage to it could be if you close it, they might shoot through it to get onto the site, and then they don't have it post-plant. It could work into the favor of PartyParrots here as they push onto A site. They won't be able to be shot from short because that door has been put down. Here they come marching on in. We don't see anything, but Dinks J apparently does. Takes down Meadow. Orbital Strike comes out onto Heaven as Latex will find Angel. Latex can't follow up on it. Shao has been so good today. Consistent in finding kills. He got a second as well. Leo's been able to recon out. 2 members remaining on the side of FABRIKEN. It's 3 for PartyParrots. Make that just 2, but Artist gets the trade, so it's a 2 versus 1. Leo's in a decent position up in Heaven here, though. Might have the jump on both of these players. I don't think they know where he is. They are probably just going to think about waiting for this one. Off the site. Can he get it halfway before Artist peaks? No, he can't. Well played there by the PartyParrots. Picking up their 9th round.
Yeah, a little bit worried there initially, but obviously I'm assuming Shao still had his shock darts. Obviously, the spike not being planted for that A lobby position, so Artist just taking a free peek as soon as... I mean, the spike wasn't even tapped at that point. I think he'd gone for the first half, as you'd said. It's really impressive stuff from Parrots, nonetheless. Really nice execute, actually, funneling everybody through a lobby.
This one can't split between these two teams. So closely contested. All tied up 1-1, and only 1 round separating them on ascent as well. In a map where there's many a debate as to whether it's attacking heavy or defending heavy. Nothing to split them at the moment. Angel's worked his way up towards Pizza here. Leo at least has a couple of shock darts to try and keep them at bay, but he's going to have to retreat as well. And it looks like with where Angel's been able to position himself, they might consider trying to go for a B pinch. As 3 members of FABRIKEN are still on that A site. Angel just trying to give as much information. The door is closed, so he can't help them out unless he sprays it down. So realistically, he's going to be looking towards the defensive side spawn. Rolling Thunder comes out to try and stun people on that site, but Artist still walks straight into Zipan and Leo. SSK will fall at the same time. And Angel can't do anything either. This is a fantastic hold from FABRIKEN. Shao's at least been able to get one onto Latex, but Hunter's Fury there. Neural Theft pop to get any information as to where those attackers are coming from, but Shao can't convert the Hunter's Fury. And it means it's a 4 versus 2 here on the retake.
Oh,
they're going to use Rolling Thunder. They say that this round is valuable. Leo takes down Dinks. Shadow takes down Shout. FABRIKEN pick up their 9th. I mean, this is just so close. I mean,
It is.
can you call this? Because I can't.
I mean, I kind of gave the edge to Parrots just because of the way we've seen them play on this map. But again, you know, FABRIKEN, they've got the results to back it up as well. I certainly didn't think it was going to be this close. I really love the option there. Again, they tried to synergize the Hunter's Fury and the Neural Theft at the same time to try and get some value back off of the Hunter's Fury, but really unfortunate there. And actually, you know what? Shout out to Latex. He played his life for so long there. Even with the Rolling Thunder came through, he played his life so long that his teammates could come and back him up, because PartyParrots, they spent 15, 20 seconds trying to deal with Latex on site.
He has been a real nuisance, Latex. Just pistols to work with this time for some of the Parrots. Does Dinks J know that Zipan has found his way all the way down A long here into the wine cellar? Pops out at just the right time. That's so unfortunate for Dinks J. I guess you've got to be more aware of the possibility of someone being down there. When you don't check it, there's always someone there. When you do check it, they're never there. It's just typical. Things go very quiet across Ascent. As with only 30 seconds remaining, someone has to make a move, and it is going to be up short and towards Glass here in Heaven. Meadow will find the first. He can probably connect. No, he can't. Shout able to pop out, but Shadow's there just to pick up the pieces. And I doubt they'll get the spike down if they're not quick enough, but maybe Artist could wall off and then push onto the site. Manages to connect with one, and it's a 1 versus 2.
He's got to go for the kill.
Has to go for both of the kills if he wants to win the round, but I don't think that's going to be possible at this point. Just a case of saving the Vandal. FABRIKEN go 10-9 up.
Okay, FABRIKEN, I see you. I see you. Well, the observers are playing with us. They know we haven't had lunch, Dan.
I was just thinking I would love some pizza right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, is there an option on like a delivery website that delivers pizza that they can take it upstairs and feed it to me?
I'm sure
I know a couple of people, but I'm pretty sure they're all in jail.
Yeah. There's probably some dark corner of the internet to say that. SSK going to find 2 over in A lobby. He's going to back up. Spike, meanwhile, headed over towards B site. Latex will fall. Maybe baiting out a little bit of a rotation here. Spike's going to go down. Angel's going to hold a really, really good spot at the end of lane to try and cut off a market push or something from the defensive spawn side. Shadow coming all the way through courtyard now. Might actually catch SSK. We can see it on the X-ray. Here you go. And actually, yes, he's going to find it there. Lands a headshot down to 33 HP. 2v2 situation now.
2v2, Hunter's Fury available for Leo. He's just going to go for it as well.
He's going to get
got
both.
the tag. Manages to connect with one. Can he finish any of them off? No, he can't, but Shadow at least will. And that means on the other side of the PartyParrots, well, he is so weak there, Angel. And as long as they push together, they should be able to get this in time.
He got the tag onto Angel, and it put Angel so low there. Half a second. I'm not entirely sure why Angel was just stood in the middle of the doorway. But considering it was only half a second, you would have thought he would have just broken line of sight, right?
Yeah, maybe he was hoping that he could just one-tap the first player onto site, and then that would have given them enough time. But I agree, I would have expected him to try and play time a little bit more and hide away, potentially in the corner, and then try and peek the diffuser. As FABRIKEN will now take an 11-9 lead. PartyParrots are buying up here, but a lot of them have half armor. And considering this has been such a strong map for Party Parrots time and time again. FABRIKEN doing really well to hold a 2-round lead. And if they do win this and go up to 12, Party Parrots will be really struggling with their economy. Japan has the showstopper at his disposal, and there are 4 members of Party Parrots awaiting it. Oh dear.
Oh no.
He's only going to be the one. At least that's not the end of the world for them. He gets the spray down on the second, can't connect with the third, but at least he was able to get 2 entries. Artist will res Shout and actually connect with the shots onto Meadow. Angel goes down to Shadow, and the spike's still yet to go down, still yet to be onto site, to be honest, but SSK might give the freedom to do so. But Shadow again is just being such a nuisance here. So 2 versus 2. Rolling Thunder will just allow a little bit more freedom, a little bit more time for them to work with here. It stops them getting the plant. Shao goes for another fake. Latex having a little peek. Can he crack with SSK? No, he can, but SSK is so weak. This is still very much doable for Shadow. As I say that, he just runs across the sidelines of SSK, and Party Parrots right back into it now.
Again, though,
it would have been game over, surely.
Again, the paranoia sent out. There's no opportunity to convert on that, and then the Rolling Thunder's thrown out kind of just on a whim there when Latex isn't even ready to peek from heaven. I absolutely think that was a recoverable situation for FABRIKEN there. If you're going to invest that, I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about that, Dan? Because the Rolling Thunder was good. It was sent from all the way from tree, so it catches all of sight. It went straight past generator, would have cleared out all of hell as well.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Latex maybe push with it, if I'm completely honest. But perhaps they just wanted to face together, and after the Rolling Thunder, he didn't feel like Shadow was in a position to peek with him, and they wanted to ensure they were going to be facing at the same time. Either way, Party Parrots will be more than happy to put their 10th on the board. And maybe that's a little bit of a wake-up call for FABRIKEN, because there was a lot of ultimates used, you got to say, on the side of Party Parrots, so at least they can come away with that and say, all right, well, they invested so much to that round. But now Party Parrots with Orbital Strike available to them, Rolling Thunder there as well. They might not have the res, but they've certainly got the ability to enter onto a site and have the post plant with the Orbital Strike. Latex getting the paranoia ready for the oncoming
stack.
There is that Rolling Thunder popped. It's only going to hit Latex, but he does teleport away out of dodge.
Oh,
Leo gets the double spray. SSK will at least respond, but so much damage already done. Latex can't quite connect with his shots. Looks to the left. He gets flashed, and now he's just a sitting duck at the back of the site. But he manages to do something through the flash. Gets the double. And that's going to be the round for FABRIKEN. And I mean, in the observer's eyes, he was full flashed there.
I mean, 2 things there. The recon setup behind the sky smoke. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Leo there. But Latex picking up 2 kills from all the way back. That was fantastic. That was an insane hold from FABRIKEN there. And that's going to put them on match point, Dan.
Well, I think Party Parrots going to be a little bit frustrated with that one. Hunter's Fury is available for Shao, so if you can get a tag down middle, then it might be an easy entry kill. But look at the weapon. The weapons available for Party Parrots. This buy is not great for them. And they're going to need something special. But I have to say, Party Parrots throughout this tournament, when their backs have been against the wall and they have these must-win rounds, they have pulled them out the bag. Angel, can he connect with these shots onto Latex? No. Does have the Molotov to at least push him back. Orbital Strike to try and guarantee a kill, but it doesn't work. It means they can all try and push onto the site, but Latex gets one, can't get the spray down, and doesn't have the success that you found in the previous round. That's going to be an extra rifle for Party Parrots to work with on this site. But they have no ultimates for post-plant. FABRIKEN in the 4 versus 4 retake, and there's only 1 member of Party Parrots that's off-site right now, hypoc.
Yep, the only ult available will be the Neural Theft, and Again, you got to assume they know where most of these players are. So here comes the push all the way out of the defensive spawn. Shadow outside of market as well. The aftershock's going to go in, clearing that corner. And actually, the peek's going to come out from Angel. You've got to win those. Shadow going to put him down. Aftershock sent down the stairs. Neural Theft is going to get popped. And there you go. The peek comes on. Dinks will shut down Leo. Meadows going to trade it out. SSK and Artist will shut down too. And that is a fantastic post-plant hold from the Party Parrots.
How do they do it? Time and time again, when they're on the weak bye, when they're in a must-win round, they seem to pull it out. I mean, their money, again, is still not great. But they will force up, of course, because they have to. And if they do win this one, it goes to 12-12 and goes to overtime. As a reminder, we are just playing the old-school overtime rules. Unfortunately, even with the new overtime rules being implemented to Valorant competitive, there seems to be a glitch at the moment where custom games don't allow them. Unless it was fixed overnight, which I hope it was, but I don't think it has been. Latex again is going to be on the hold here, and him and Zipan have done an incredible job there to stop Artist and Angel bravely marching onto the site, making it a 5 versus 3. That is not good news for Party Parrots, and that could mean the start of the end of their tournament. Maybe the Hunter's Fury can pick off one player here and at least help them out. He does get one tag, but can't connect with the second. Maybe we'll see the Hunter's Fury on the other end now for Party Parrots. Neural Theft available as well, and yep, there is that Hunter's Fury. Does tag one, and he will connect with Zipan. So at least they've somewhat even things up, but SSK gets a double, and that's huge. Leo gets the trade. So 3 versus 2 now. Still winnable. The question is, can someone step up? But Leo says no, he denies it. FABRIKEN win 13-11. They win the series 2-1.